All right, so the Volvo still isn't, it's gotten to the point now where our 740 isn't even starting. So I ordered a new in-tank fuel pump from IPD, which this should be it. New fuel pump. I ordered a filter screen, the little screen for the bottom of the filter, as well as this little fuel pump relay. The reason I ordered the relay is because a lot of the forums and some of the videos are talking about that these relays go out. That's one of the big, common things. So we're gonna try to replace the relay first before we replace the in-tank fuel pump. We'll still do the in-tank fuel pump later, but if it's just the relay, I'd rather just do that and see if that fixes it. I also got the little small rubber piece that goes above the fuel tank, inline fuel pump. All right, so we're gonna try this fuel relay. This one was like 20 bucks. They said that when you go to start up the car, if it's not starting, tap the one that they have in there and see if that'll start it. And because the relays just become bad. So who knows when the last one was replaced or if it's the original. So we'll go check that out and try to do that to start with. So these relays and everything are underneath this little ashtray. It's got a little area here that talks about what everything is. So like it says that the fuel pump engine control is number 1, that's 25 amp. And I've already checked a lot of these different fuses, but I didn't check the in-tank fuel pump intake fuel pump fuse. And I'm looking and it says it has a 15 amp. So I'm gonna check that real quick and see if that's okay. So that fuse looks like it's fine. So I'm gonna put that one, I'm gonna actually put that one back. It's number 11 on that 1987 740. And then the actual main fuel pump is number 1, which is a 25 amp. So I'll check that one here. And that one looks fine, so we'll put that one back. I'll take this little screw off here. Where'd it go? Fell down here. So let's take that off. Oh man. So one of the best tools you can have in the shop is this little magnetic tool with a magnet on the end, and it'll help you retrieve stuff like a lost screw. Okay, so now there was oh look, there's some change down there and all kinds of goodies.
What happened?
Man, this little fuse doesn't look that great. It looks like it got hot. The fuel pump fuse looks like it got hot. Look how it's all melted. I mean, it might be okay still, but so 25. All right, so we're gonna try to start it up just real quick before we put the thing in. So apparently if you tap, you should hear that thing clicking. So right here, I can feel the relays clicking. So I don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this relay out.
Where is it?
Look, it's right here. So you're gonna replace it right here. So it goes right back in there. See, right there. Push it back down. That should be it. Okay. So now let's try it. still, it's not the relay. All right, so that's the original Volvo relay though. And look, it's actually from 1987.
It's an antique.
Yeah, so it's the original one in there. So I almost think we should leave it in, but we'll see. Let's just try with a new one. Okay, so start up one more time. Nothing. So it's gotta be that in-tank pump. So we're gonna have to replace it. So I got one screw holding my whole radio in. All right, so there's the stock relay. We'll keep that. But we're gonna have to replace the in-tank fuel pump.
She's a beaut.
10 millimeter. This should be the little access for the fuel pump. Oh, it is, and it's in it. It's different. So it's different than what I saw online. Way different. Whoa, that's different, man. Is that right? So it's got the gas filler coming in here. So that's all coming in through there. Man, that may be easier to get out though, because instead of the tool that I bought to take this off, it's got a screw cap. So looks like there's a lot more room to do it than I thought there was gonna be. All right, so we'll see. So we're gonna undo the power. This, I guess on the wagons, this tank, this fuel pump in tank, on all the videos I saw, it showed the tank right up underneath here on the sedan, but on the wagon it's at an angle, so it may be a little bit easier to, I mean, I can see the top of it, looks like it's easier to get to. So I guess we'll figure it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the power so we don't have a problem with the spark or anything. I'm gonna disconnect the power on the battery first. I gotta disconnect that. All right, so battery power is off. Nothing should be live inside. Found an extra nuts down there. I don't know where that came from. What I gotta do is take off this line here. So I'm gonna unscrew the top one, but it also has these, and we'll see what's going on in here. Loosen this line. Let's see if that'll come off. So I loosened the clamp off of the lower fuel line and off of the top one. So now I'm gonna try to get the top. Okay, the top is coming off. Okay, there it goes. So top came off, not too much fuel in there. So now let's try to get the lower one off. That one seems like it's gonna be harder. Man, that is not moving. Don't want to puncture it. Okay, there it goes. That one. Okay, so now both of those are off. Doesn't seem like a lot of fuel. So now I guess this is some sort of vent maybe off of there. That's what I'm guessing, some sort of vent. And then this looks like it's the actual fill hose that goes to my gas tank. So we'll go ahead and get this off next. Take this. All right, so now we'll take this clamp off. Slide this. And this comes off. Okay, so yeah, I think that is some sort of vent. Okay. And then I'm gonna tighten this up just a little bit so I don't lose the, we'll just put the clip over here. Okay, so then now the final one, it looks like, is the actual gas fill. All right. Loosen this one. Okay, let's see if this comes off. So we got it off. Okay, that's going to be probably pretty hard to put back on. All right, so now I got to try to get this undone, which I don't know how that's going to work. All right, so definitely not the smartest way to do it, but I can't get this ring off of here. So what I'll do is I'll take a rubber mallet, a screwdriver. Like I said, not the right way to do it. There's probably a professional can tell you a way to do it. But if I tap it, and yes, it's a gas tank, it'll start to turn that ring. You don't want to spark because it's gas, but I gotta get it off. Now I got the ring off here. I got the actual piece undone, but I still got a wire that's connected here, and I don't think I'll be able to pull that whole thing out until I disconnect that wire. But you can kind of see where it's in the tank. So I'm gonna see what I can do about that wiring there. Maybe have to look up and see where it's connected and go from there. All right, so these wires that are connected up to here, I don't know how they're supposed to disconnect, and if I can't get these out, I can't pull those up, pull that whole assembly out. It's still connected somewhere. I can't seem to find out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these wires. I'm gonna at least cut this top sheathing off, covering off, to see where the wires are. And hopefully there's one of them I can tell is a ground. One of them is probably a negative, and then one, oh, actually there's 4 of them in here. Why is there 4 of them? Okay, there's one in the middle. Okay, so there's 4 different wires in here. Okay. Looks like I already kind of cut through one of them. So what I'm gonna do is I'll cut these, and then later on, when I go to put this back, I'll just butt splice it together. I don't know where the connector is that they connect to, so we'll just go like that. So what I did is I cut these wires. I'll butt splice them back together. Looks like maybe a 16 gauge wire, maybe even 18 gauge. But anyways, but now I can pull this whole assembly out. All right, so I got it, and look, that sock filter has a bunch of stuff in it. I don't even know if it's the pump that's bad or if this just the sock filter. Look, it's just filled up with junk, and it's hard inside of here. I don't know what that is, but that could definitely be the case. I mean, it's just, there's hard stuff inside of here. This doesn't even look like it's the same thing. Look how big that is compared to that one. It doesn't even look like it's the right part. Look, that's a new one.
That's it right there.
So I'm gonna put power to this and this, and see if this pump pumps. If it even
Is
starts.
gas gonna shoot out?
Nah. Well, maybe, but we're gonna do it outside. What we're gonna do is we're gonna test this pump, because this pump looks, I mean, this even looks new. So I'm gonna put power to it and see what happens. Negative, positive. That pump is working. All right, so what I did is I tested this and it seemed, I mean, it made noise, but I don't know if just because it makes noise it's actually pumping. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. Seems like this new one that I got from IPD is a little bit longer, quite a bit longer, but I'm gonna see if it somehow fits in there correctly. Maybe the tube has to be a little bit shorter. I really don't know. I don't know if this maybe needs to extend down, what I need to do, but I'm just gonna see if it'll work if I bring that down a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and replace it, because if it is, I already pulled everything out, and if it is the pump, it's just still making noise, but it's not really working, then at least I'll have made an improvement of some sort. So the negative is on the inside here, the positive is on the outside. You can see these little wires connect. So I'm gonna unhook the positive first, which is on the outside. Take that off. And the little lock washer. Take the negative, take that off. One thing I didn't see was a float. So I don't know how that works. All right, so it looks like they actually had to bend these up. So that may, I don't know, that's kind of weird. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this off, which is the little tube on top. Okay. And then this, see, it looks like this actually used to go to here. Like it would have been that long. So yeah, I think this little pump is oh look, that wasn't even tight. So I don't think this is the right pump that's in here. So look, when I pull it out, see how it catches there? That would be where the longer pump would catch. So now I'm gonna put it back like that. All right, so what we noticed is this was a wrong pump. When I went to put this in now, all this clips in perfectly. This little pump, I don't know where that came from, but it's not the right pump. So I went ahead and now I have the correct piece, I think, here. I'll connect this up, then I'll connect the leads back up and we'll put it back in the tank. But I think it was the wrong piece. Well, that's interesting. So this has a piece of plastic, a rubber that's in there that could keep the, look at that little piece of rubber that was in the inside. It was gonna keep, that could have got clogged up. So maybe look for that. So this goes on here. Put this clamp back on. So we're gonna put this little clamp back on. So what do you think the chances are that this works, that this fixes it?
Like a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being it's working, like a 4.
Like a 4? You don't have faith, Diego?
I had faith in the last video.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it was clogged though.
Yeah, it was clogged.
A little sandbag. But is that the real problem? I don't know. That whole car is just a problem.
No, it's not. The car it's a challenge. It's not a problem.
Yeah,
Who wants a brand new spanking car that
Me, I want a brand new car.
that you know is gonna start every time, you know?
Me.
Don't you want a little excitement in your life?
I don't want to get stuck on the road and get hit by a car.
Oh no. Just broke the fuel pump.
You okay? Wait, how'd you break it?
Just tightened it too much.
Oh my god.
It just broke the fuel pump. I just tightened it too much and it broke.
Let me come on.
How do you do it?
I torqued it too much and it broke. Damn it. Look, right there, I torqued it.
Can't
on
you
it
put
too.
it back in? Like,
Nah, I won't go back in. I torqued it too much and it broke. All right, we're gonna have to order another fuel pump. Man, this stinks, man.
you said it's not a problem, it's a challenge.